Hello, welcome back to my channel. And this is again another spoiler book review. All right. I'm very excited to talk about this book because I just found this book in a library, in my local library. And I must say that this is so far the best book I have read this year. I mean, better than the women which I reviewed in my previous video. I prefer this book. Yep. So, Spoilt Creature by Amy Twigg. Um, this story is kind of fresh. I mean, it reminds me of Midsummer vibe and Lord of Flies kind of storyline, but the story was told in within a cult setting of a woman cult. Yeah, it's kind of strange and bizarre, and then but it's pretty entertaining to read, and a lot of things a lot of things mentioned in the book is really hit me personally. I kind of like feels that, yeah, this is such a heaven that I'm always looking for. Like, if you have some difficulties within our lives, when we have a very bad relationship, when we go through some really bad situation within our lives, we are looking for a way to escape. Like, for example, for myself, if I reflect this story to myself, i am really I'm really looking for such heaven, such escape, such place to be in, be it for a temporary period of time, or to be in that community, like, for the eternity. So this story is, I didn't prepare any script. I just finished this story. Today I borrowed the book, and today I finished the book. I spent for about I think 6 hours, 5 hours to finish this book. It is really well written, and a lot of sentence just hit me really deep in my soul. That's why I give it a 5 star. But it is not perfect. I must say that this story is not perfect. There are some points that I think a little bit something that I don't agree with. But mostly I really enjoy reading this book. It's really, it's a thriller. It's a little bit horror in it because it involves a cult. And I must say that it's not much. It's only at the end of it, and only when there is a killing of people within the story. Other than that, killing of animals and working hard on the farm, all these are just normal for me, as I also grew up in a Southeast Asian family from, I mean, not a very posh kind of family, not a very middle. I mean, in my situation, I grew up in a slum area of KK Sabah, Kampung Air. That's why, for me, working on farm and living a rough life is like something normal to me. I mean, even for my hands, because I draw a lot, I kind of like have some kind of rough hand. I even have a callus on my hand because I write a lot and I draw a lot. So for me, it's like not an issue for the rough life, but only the cult element in it, the killing of the commune, killing of one of their commune members, those are something that might be triggering. Yeah, and this is a book that I highly recommend to read if you enjoy some, some thriller. And this book is a bit sapphic. Of course, there are women only commune, and I kind of love how the author writes the relationship of Iris and Hazel. Iris is the protagonist of this story, and Hazel is a kind of mysterious character, I must say. She's kind of mysterious character, but she plays a very important role in the story too. And yeah, this book is amazing. I kind of love to read it, and I'm going to give it a 5 star. Talk about the part which I love most. Yeah, actually, the part that I love most is all at the beginning when Iris discover this bridge house, this commune, woman only commune, and there are a lot of happy memories happening within her first discovery uh, of this cult. Of course, it's also very sweet and very nice in the beginning. Yeah, those are some of the my favorite parts. But moving back, when the community start to fall apart, and yeah, when one of the member decided to call the police and invited men outsiders to visit, and then it started to turn into something really ugly. Also, for cult leader, I don't think the cult leader is the main protagonist in this story, even though uh, it seems like it is. But I think the whole story there isn't any main protagonist. But sorry, not main protagonist, main antagonist. I don't think there's any main antagonist within this story. It's more like an experience. It's not having a very solid conclusion on this story. Even though, yeah, at the end the cult leader was found and arrested, but that is also a cliffhanger there because it also focused on the relationship between Iris and Hazel. It's still not a fully it's not a full conclusion about their relationship. Yeah, I'm kind of sleepy because I kind of binge through this book and I really like it. Probably tomorrow I'm going to read the details on the parts that I really like and how Iris get into this cult in the beginning. Yeah, even though when I ask myself, why am I why am I getting into reading fiction? Because I too might have looking for a place to escape. And that place I found is fiction books, where I can self-insert myself into the story and find a better place, a better adventure to be in. This book, the reason why it doesn't reach the perfection that I expected is that the conclusion is not really strong. And there are some parts like killing of pigs. All those are, I think, is a little bit exaggerated. Other than that, I think this book is just perfect. The narration is very well written. It's very well written, definitely. And yeah, I think that's all I can talk about. I don't want to spoil it too much because I'm kind of tired and sleepy right now. Because I have read this book like for 5 hours straight. Is it 5 hours straight? Okay. I think so. Yeah, 5 hours straight. I read this book, finished this book in one day. And I must say that this book is really exciting. That's why I can keep reading without stopping. It's a page turner. It's very well described. Yeah, if you like this kind of description, the if you are cottage core, something, I mean someone who enjoy those cottage life, farmhouse life, you can always get through it. And of course, I think this story should be sapphic romance. Yeah, because I do feel that when I read this book, I do feel that this book focus is actually on the relationship between Iris and Hazel, while the cult leader was just, I mean, yeah, she's charismatic. She said a lot of things in the book. Her dialogue makes a lot of sense and very convincing. She's very charismatic. But then I don't think the cult in this book is a problem. No, I don't think the cult in this book is a problem. The problem only exists when it turns bad. Something similar to the Lord of Flies, where the boys trying to govern themselves, trying to make a heaven out of their misery, but things just went wrong somewhere in the middle and turned into a very serious cult. So yeah, that is what I feel about this book. Highly recommended, 5 star read. And yep, I have found a nice book to read yesterday. And today, because I complained about the previous book with the blue cover with some crows on it. Yeah, because I complained about that book. So today I just found their publisher. I just went over to found I found their publisher having a booth selling the books. So that's why, yeah, this is the book. Previously, I complained about this book. This book is bad. I don't even want to review it. I don't even want to review it. So I asked the publisher, "Hey, do you have any local literature which is good, which you think is good, which you think it is good and have some fantasy element in it, some historical fantasy element?" So she kind of recommended me this book, and yeah, she told me that whatever finalists, I don't know, I don't even care about finalists, whatever, but this book is kind of niche. Yeah, it interests me. When I read the blurb, yes, it interests me. I hope it will be great. Yeah, again, I don't mind about having some smut or some sex in the book because this is an adult book. Prostitute, I don't mind, but it must be good. I haven't read this book yet. I'll review it next time. But for this time, I'm just so excited about this book. That's why I just feel like I must share about this book right now. Yep, this is a recommended read. Oh, my book. About my book. Today, I just received a ridiculous message telling me that my book sucks. Yeah, my English sucks. Yes, of course, I agree on that. I'm an ESL. English is my second language. So I don't mind if people call me sucks. I don't mind. But I do thank them because they spend time on reading my book. I really grateful about that. I really grateful about that. It's not perfect, of course. I'm an ESL. English isn't my first language. And when I was young, I used to read a lot of Chinese fiction. That's why my books reads like a Chinese fiction. There are a lot of detailed action description. That's why it's not really following the trope written in English fiction. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm tired and sleepy right now. So that's all. It's a short review. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending your time here.